I never thought a family reunion could turn into a nightmare. I had been looking forward to it for months, imagining laughter, stories, and long conversations with relatives I hadn't seen in years. The old Halloway estate, tucked deep in the forests of Vermont, had always fascinated me in the stories my parents told. When I finally arrived, I was struck by how massive and imposing it was. An ancient Victorian mansion, its white paint peeling, windows cracked, and shadows stretching across its sprawling facade. The late afternoon sunlight filtered through the trees, casting long, distorted shadows on the driveway. I stepped out of the car, trying to shake the unease curling in my stomach, but the air itself seemed heavy, thick with something unspoken, as if the house was watching me. Dinner that evening was lively, with cousins, aunts, and uncles bustling around the long, candlelit dining table. Laughter echoed against the high ceilings, and yet, despite the warmth, my eyes kept drifting to the corners of the room, to shadows that didn't seem to belong. The wooden floors groaned under our weight, and the flickering candlelight made the paintings on the walls seem alive. After the meal, I excused myself, hoping to explore the house, but the hallways stretched strangely, almost impossibly, and I felt a chill run up my spine. That's when I first heard it, a soft whisper, like someone calling my name from just beyond the walls. I told myself it was the wind, that I was imagining things, but then I saw it, a small handprint smeared across a mirror, glistening in the dim light, as though a child had pressed it there, and someone had tried to erase it. I froze. My heart pounded. "It's nothing," I whispered to myself, but the whisper barely left my lips before the voice returned, clearer this time. "I've been waiting for you." I spun around, but the hallway was empty. My instincts screamed at me to run, but something heavy held me in place. The air felt thick, almost alive, pressing against my skin. And then I saw her, a young girl, floating just above the floor, her eyes hollow black, her smile impossibly wide. Shadows twisted around her, stretching along the walls. I wanted to run, but my legs refused to move. She tilted her head toward a door at the end of the hallway. Against every instinct, I walked toward it, drawn as though by some invisible tether. The attic was a nightmare waiting to be discovered. Dust-covered trunks and cobwebs filled the corners, but it was the photographs that made me want to scream. Hundreds of them, each with my face, but distorted, twisted into expressions I had never made, eyes blackened, mouths open in silent screams. I reached for one, trembling, and then my fingers brushed a journal, old and fragile. It was my grandmother's handwriting. "The house is hungry. It takes what it wants. I fought it once, but it waits. It waits for the next of us." My grandmother had been dead for years, and yet, here were her words, warning me. More pages revealed names, cousins, uncles, aunts, all claimed by this house. I shivered. The giggle returned, high-pitched, echoing from all corners. "You shouldn't read that," the girl whispered. I demanded to know why, but she only smiled cruelly, saying, "You belong here. You always have. They came, I came, we all come. The house chooses." The walls warped around me, floors groaning as shadows writhed like living things. I stumbled back, desperate, and found a hidden door leading to a library. There, a large cracked mirror awaited me. My reflection stared back, alive, moving independently, eyes hollow, smiling in a way that wasn't mine. I realized then that I was already becoming part of the house, that this place had been waiting for me all along. The shadows swirled, my ancestors reaching out, skeletal hands grasping, voices screaming silently. I grabbed a heavy book and slammed it against the mirror. The glass shattered with a scream that seemed to echo through my bones, and for a fleeting moment, the house went silent. I ran blindly, through twisting hallways and doors that appeared and disappeared. I finally stumbled out the front door into the cool morning light, collapsing on the leaf-covered driveway. My real family rushed to me, alive and human, calling my name. Behind me, the mansion seemed calm again, but I knew better. The shadows lingered, and the girl waited. I would never forget what had happened, for even now, the memory clings to me, and in the corner of every room, in the silence of my nights, I feel the presence, whispering, "You belong here." The house had claimed generations before me, and while I escaped, I carry the knowledge that it never truly lets go. It waits patiently, for the next reunion, for the next visitor, for the next soul to wander inside its walls. I stay awake at night, heart pounding, listening to shadows and whispers, knowing that the terror I faced will never truly leave me.